So last year, Jeff, my cameraman, who is slowly trying to make himself the star of The Hitman, because he was on last week and then he was on the week before. Anyway, he came to me and he's like, dude, I threw a black eagle arrow, threw a black bear last year. This year, I want to bring your YHM and I want to do it with a gun. I want to do it with the YHM 6.8. I'm like, absolutely not, dude. Nobody borrows my gun. I'm just kidding. I let him borrow my gun. So he grabs my gun. I'm about to watch this. He grabs my gun, my Yankee Hill Machine 6.8, topped with Hawk optics, which is sitting in a Game Reaper scope mount. Am I being a good TV show guy right now? And he's headed off to H&R Guide Service.
We're home. Home sweet home. I think we said that last year too. That's all right. Okay, we here. Really did it.
Let's check out the camp.
Yeah.
See how she survived.
See if we can break and entering.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
You did.
I had a feeling you guys were here.
How'd you do that? Because Harold told you.
Well, you told me about this time, but he didn't tell me. Now.
We just drove in.
Really?
Yeah.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Same here. Yeah. Welcome.
Perfect timing.
Welcome.
Oh, camera crew.
We didn't know we were going to come in here first. I didn't you guys were coming in today. So we didn't want to take a chance. So we put up the sign so nobody, in case somebody comes in here, they wouldn't go in there necessarily. So.
Oh, cool. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
After we get unpacked a little bit, I get the YHM out, I get that all situated, all put back together. My dad gets the Black Eagles out, shoots some of those down range. Then Ron gets out his computer, starts showing us a pile, I mean an absolute pile of bear pictures. Some of them are absolute giants that I don't have the patience for to wait on, but they're absolute bears of a lifetime. We're about halfway done looking through some of Ron's pictures and Harold shows up to camp, so we get to talk with him for a little bit. This year we showed up pretty early. It's actually 2 days before opening day, but Harold asked if we could come over and help with some stuff, help do some baits, check over some baits that he thought would be good for us to hunt, make sure that our tree stand setups are set up exactly how we would like them for that opening day. It is Sunday, the day before opening day, and we're at Harold's house helping him load up some baits. We're gonna do some bait runs with him. That's what happens if you come up to camp early. He puts it to work. We're gonna go help him do all his baits today, and we're gonna set up our stands and make sure everything's good and get ready for tomorrow, which is opening day, and we are all extremely excited, so should be pretty fun. All those little warning signs that Blaine does all them shows about what to look for at bear baits, and it's easy to miss something like that when you're walking into a bait, but that's the kind of stuff you're looking for. That's bears warning other bears that this is my bait, I'm this big, stay out. So that's a good sign to see at a bait.
He had torn the bark off of it, but that's the remains of an old bite mark, and it looks like something
Fairly fresh, huh?
scratched here. Yeah.
Bears everywhere up here, it's crazy. Can't wait for opening day. I don't know how good the audio is going to be right now because it is really windy. I don't mind wind bear hunting, but it's a little bit too much right now. But I'm 25 yards from the bait. This is opening day here at H&R Guide Service for black bear here in Maine. And I'm doing something I've never ever done before. I've always bow hunted. Since day one I bow hunted bears, but this year I asked Blaine if I could borrow his YHM. So I'm sitting here with his 6.8. My dad's hunting, my brother-in-law is hunting, I'm hunting.
We got a few other guys from Missouri and a couple guys from Tennessee, so if you guys out tonight, it's a beautiful night. If the wind dies down, there's gonna be some bears dying, so I just sprayed down with dead downwind. I put a little bit of glazed donut tinks out, so we should be good to go. Hopefully the bears move early and we can get it done. Got 4 days, so we'll see.
I'm in the stand for probably about an hour, and I look off to my left and I see a shadow of a bear coming in.
That's a really pretty little bear. Really pretty. But it's the first night, and he's just, I'm not a picky bear hunter, but he's just about 20 to 30 pounds smaller than I'd like to shoot. The wind is calming down a little bit, although it probably doesn't sound like it. And he seems pretty nervous, which is probably because of the wind, and my wind's not perfect. But it's early, day one. Probably about the same size as the bear I shot last year, maybe a little bit smaller. I want to shoot him bad. But I think I'm going to try my best to not shoot him. It's only like 5:15. So, we'll see.
So I had a really hard time not pulling the trigger on this bear because, believe it or not, it's actually my favorite meat to eat. But this bear works off to my left, real close to me, works out in behind me, and probably about a half hour later I spot another bear coming in, and in the moment I actually thought it was the same exact bear that I had passed up before, so I wasn't really thinking much of it. Turns out it was actually a little bit smaller bear with an all black face. This smaller bear was really spooky. He ran off once already. He was really cautious around the bait. And I got bored of filming bears, so I zoomed out to shut the camera off. And luckily I was still recording, and that bear busted out of that brush and ran literally inches by my ladder standing out behind me. I figured that I wasn't the thing that spooked that bear, and I had a really good feeling that the next thing that stepped out was going to be a nice bear.
That's my first gun kill in so freaking long, and that is a nice bear. Opening day, H&R Guide Service, 2 years in a row. One of the other guys already killed tonight. I passed up that little bear. I don't even know how many times he come in and out, and then I knew he took off running once. Not like running like he did that last time, but he took off once. You know, I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't know if I spooked him or not, but this last time, you guys saw, I was literally, it's not good footage, I was literally zooming out to turn the camera off, because I was like, I don't need to film, I've filmed him, you guys don't need to watch 15 minutes of this bear, so. I was zooming out, and he shot out of here, so I knew the next thing that was coming in, and I mean, he's still way out there. I knew the next thing that was coming in was going to be a good bear. And that's by far my biggest bear I've ever killed. That is an absolute bruiser of a bear. And I am jacked. H&R, Ron Pickard. I'm actually with Ron tonight. So you guys saw me with Harold last year and Ron tonight. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with either of these guys. And we've already got another bear down. I haven't heard if it was confirmed yet or not, but my very first time ever hunting with a YHM gun. Not only my first time ever hunting with a YHM gun, that's my first time I've ever shot anything with Hawk optics. I'm gonna call Ron, we're gonna get down, we're gonna find this bear. What you think?
I think if you got him by the barrel, that's what we like.
He's a little bit further than from the barrel, but he's not far.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I couldn't see him like kicking any of this brush around, so I don't know if he's like in the pines or.
You might have to go find him.
Yeah. Oh, he's right there. Yeah.
Nice.
He's a keeper, huh?
You really opened up right here. Look at that big run.
He did it. Did exit.
Oh yeah.
See if we can get a better look at this boy.
Oh yeah, nice bear.
So we just found him, and it's pitch black and it's thick and nasty. So what we're probably going to end up doing is we always take pictures at Ron's before we skin him and stuff tomorrow. So we'll set him up tomorrow, let you get a better look at him in the daylight instead of this thick nasty wood. So let's flash to tomorrow. So as promised, it's the next day. We got them all fluffed up and set up here for you guys so you can get a better look at them. I'm not going to tell you the whole story again because you just watched it. You saw the dead downwind work, you saw the Tinks work, and obviously the YHM work. So I got Ron here, the R portion of H&R Guide Service, and just like we do with everybody, we like to give him a knife. And I had to tip my hat to him last year. I let him borrow my knife and he skinned my bear, and there was just the tiniest little one-stitch fixes that I had to do. So this year, because he did such a good job, I figured I would bring him his very own razor blades. So we have it here. Probably one of the coolest knives that Outdoor Edge makes, I think. Open it up, it's got a little button right here. You press that. When this gets dull, you pull it out. Reach in your pack, pull a brand new blade out. It comes with like, I don't know, like 6 blades in there, I think, something like that. Then you just pop that in, snaps right in, and you can keep cutting. You don't have to stop to sharpen. So Ron, I appreciate all the hard work you do. These guys do a lot of hard work before we get here, and then we put them to work as soon as we get here. So that is for you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep, and H&R Guide Service, I'm telling you, absolute hunt of a lifetime.
Well, on this hunt, Jeff actually got that bear on the first day. So, since Jeff's got 4 more days to hang out in camp, he decides to go out with Harold's son, Logan, and run camera for him. Now, the last time Logan and Jeff hunted together, keep in mind, he was 10 years old and they were turkey hunting. Took him 3 shots, but he did get it done. So Logan is gonna borrow my YHM. He's gonna go out in the field. Jeff's gonna run camera for him. Logan, if you're watching, do not shoot all my ammo. Expensive. You will get a bill in the mail.
just got to the bear. Really nice coat. We didn't have to track him very far, probably 20 yards at the most. Very good blood trail, didn't have a problem following it. Really nice to have Jeff here filming me. We hunted probably 7 years ago on my very first turkey hunt. I was 10 years old. It's kind of cool. Every time we go out together, we try to shoot something, and we do. It's pretty cool to use a gun like this. I've never got to really shoot anything like it. It was very just awesome to use. I'd like to thank Blaine for letting me use it, and it's been an honor.
I can't thank Ron and Harold enough. Again, it was an absolute hunt of a lifetime. My best bear to date by far. But going up to bear camp with these guys isn't like going up to any other hunting camp. It's truly like I'm going up there with all of my best friends. I get to go up with my dad, who is my best friend. This year, my brother-in-law get to go on his very first bear hunt. He knocked a nice bear down. We had a camp full of awesome people this year who also got bears. I got to spend a couple nights in a stand with my dad, which was awesome. I always love doing that. I know he doesn't necessarily always like to be filmed, but he let me sit in a stand with him anyway. We went one night with his bow, saw a small bear right at dark, and then the next night he picked up the YHM to see if that changed his luck at all, and all we saw was a sow and cub. So there wasn't a night that I sat up there this year that I didn't see bears. Literally, I think I sat all 4 nights that I was up there for, and I saw bears every single night. So can't ask for much better than that. To top it off, you go home at the end of a long night, and you have an awesome meal that Cheryl and Linda have prepared for you, and trust me, this thing will put you to sleep. Every single meal we have up there is unbelievable. It's just truly, I can't say enough good things about H&R Guide Service. It's literally a bear hunt that you will never forget.